hello, and welcome back to another episode, or should I say a mini episode of the Help on the Way podcast. I'm your host, Fig, for the evening, where we'll be featuring May 9th, 1985. This was a Rex benefit at the Berkeley Community Theater in Berkeley, California. What is a mini episode? Well, this is an idea I had just today, kind of riffing off of what Nob and I discussed last week as far as a format change, changing this from kind of a weekly to more of a monthly, where we really dig into one of the 4 shows of the month with myself and with the co-hosts. But I will still be bringing you these mini episodes where I mostly feature the Reddit comments and maybe some of my thoughts. Again, this was a Rex benefit show, so things were a little bit different. For example, we had Merle Saunders on organ, which was fun. That was in space in the other one, and the wheel. And set 1, it was Bertha into One More Saturday Night, into Sugaree, into It's All Over Now, into Row Jimmy, into Let It Grow. My favorite from set 1, It's All Over Now. Never thought I'd say that. Not usually one of my favorites, but that one was a real heater tonight. Set 2 threw me for a loop because it went China Cumberland, and then to Miracle, and to Eyes. We get that Drums in Space other one with Merle, and the Wheel, and Sugar Mags. So let's see what is popping on Reddit. JWG3 did post a lot about the show. Thank you very much, as always, JWG3, including we get a picture of 2 key masters, is what JWG3 says. We have Merle Saunders and Brent, King Brent, on a picture here. It looks really cool. And let's see here. JWG3 writes, a fantastically smooth piece of this 85 Berkeley run that deserves more love than it gets outside of the glorious Merle sit-in. Thanks to friend of the pod user Charlie Miller for the relatively recent work on this. And by relatively recent, Charlie was working on this, I think, back in February of this year. So we have a new soundboard courtesy of Charlie Miller, who uploaded that to the archive just in this year. Set 1 highlights for JWG3. First set, One More Saturday Night. Yeah, that's interesting. It's All Over Now, which I said was awesome. I agree. And Let It Grow. I like that Let It Grow as well. Set 2 highlights Cumberland through the end. So I think that's pretty much everything. I guess cutting off China. Book of the Dead. Hell yes. Had it not been set 2. So we got a Book of the Dead from JWG3. MVP is Robert Hall Weir with an honorable shout out to Mr. Saunders. So that's it. I'm just going to be bringing these little mini episodes, and then I'll give you all like a description of the show, or I guess like within the podcast description, I'll tell you where you can get the show on the archive. And I think that's it. I just did the weekly show, the current weekly show, and we're bringing you to October 11th, 1994 in Landover, Maryland. And that should be a fun one as well. Okay, so I am going to just pop out, and really this is more or less just a showcase of what we're doing here on Reddit, but we always want to say thank you for listening to another mini episode of the Help on the Way podcast.